My name's Jack Dalton. I'm 15 years old. I'm known as the Kid Conservationist, and I do work as an animal activist, public speaker, author, and fundraiser. So I've been doing my work as the Kid Conservationist for about 6 years now. When I was just 8 years old, I fell in love with the critically endangered orangutan. I spent a lot of time at a zoo in Memphis, Tennessee, and I saw this one special little baby. His name was Rowan, and I absolutely fell in love. And on Rowan's 3rd birthday, I learned that orangutans were critically endangered. So I said, I need to do something to help my favorite animal, my fellow red-headed apes. So I did. I took action. I started a YouTube channel to spread awareness and really just do what I love. You know, I like to make YouTube videos. I like to give presentations and make slideshows. And so I did. I just incorporated my love for orangutans with my love for having fun and getting out and doing things in our world. This is my book, Kuan the Orangutan, Lost in the Rainforest. Every copy sold plants a tree in the Indonesian rainforest. And the reason why I wrote it is because I said, well, I love orangutans, I love to read and write, and so do a lot of kids. So I wrote this children's book really as a way to get kids to fall in love with animals from a very young age. And I wanted to also take direct action from this book. And that's why every copy plants a tree in the rainforest. And since I released this book about 5 years ago, over 5,000 copies have been sold or donated, meaning over 5,000 trees have been planted in the Indonesian rainforest. So in 2021, I went to Indonesia for the first time, and it was there that I had the journey of a lifetime. While we were there, me and my family, we got to explore the rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra. We got to see wild orangutans in real life, which was like a dream come true to me, because the first time I fell in love with orangutans seeing them at a zoo, but seeing them in the wild, in their natural habitat, like actually interact with the leaves and branches and trees around them, it just blew my mind. It was incredible. It was the journey of a lifetime. And while we were there, we also got to help plant some of the trees that my book has raised the funds for. So I got to see the real life tangible impact of those trees being planted and the books being sold. The Kid Conservationist Project has made such an impact through connecting with communities, both locally and globally, inspiring kids, inspiring the next generation, working to educate people through any way possible. And I think in the future, I want to continue to educate and inspire people through action. My goal is to get orangutans off the endangered species list, no matter what way possible. But really, I'm doing that through the things that I love. And for me, you know, I'm a kid, I'm 15 years old. I want to start thinking about my future and what I might want to do when I grow up. And I think since I've started this project, I've gotten to explore a lot of passions. There's a lot of different directions that I could go, a lot of different things that I'm interested in and that I really enjoy. I know whatever I do, I'm going to want to give back to animals and continue to educate and inspire people to want to help them. I always look back on how grateful I am. The people that I've met along the way who have guided me down these different paths. There's no way that I would have gotten to the point where I was if I didn't have the support of my friends and family encouraging me to keep going. Getting to work with people and getting to connect with my local global communities, it's like a dream come true. And it's something that I'll never forget. Because if we want things to happen, we need to work together to make them happen.
If you know of a kid doing amazing things in their community, please share with us what they're doing, and you might see it featured here on Kids Care. Email us at heartofnh@hearst.com.